Hey, this your girl, Michelle Diva. I am bringing you another episode of Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 13, Next Stop, Marabella. Okay. Anyway, if you are new here, welcome. Come on in. We family. We do reviews here, okay? And if you are returning, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This your crazy cousin, okay? Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel and we will begin, okay? So this is the morning where they're going to Marbella, okay? All righty. So all the ladies come down to go to Marbella, and Kiki tells Gertie that you so no, yeah, no, not Kiki. Gertie tells Kiki that you so ratchet. You so ratchet. Okay. Julia says Alexia and Marysol is not coming. Okay. Marysol thinks that Stephanie will leave them behind if they misbehave. I've called bullshit. I call bullshit. Okay. All right. So, Julia, so you okay with your two besties or whatever not coming to a place that you want to go to, so you can ask these people to be the godparents? You okay with that? Oh, okay. All right. But you ain't okay with Gertie. Okay, but you okay with them leaving them behind? Okay, okay. That's what you say. Okay, so Alexia and Marysol on the rooftop looking bored, talking about, I just need a mental break. I just need a mental break, because so they text Stephanie, you know, Alexia has to text Stephanie because Marysol says she'll be kind of rude in this text. So she said, so Alexia got to text Stephanie that they're not coming on the trip. So they won't be riding in her plane. Yeah. Okay. She need a mental break. Well, I mean, I understand because I ain't trying to, do too much when I go on vacation either. But, Julia, you okay with that? Oh, okay. So, Stephanie asked Julia because, she already know that they not coming. And so Julia was like, well, they said if they misbehave, you're going to leave them. Julia was like, sometimes, Stephanie, you can be so bossy. And so Stephanie was like, I'm not that bossy, but you are getting on my plane. I do have certain rules. And so Julia was like, really, Stephanie? And so Larsa was like, well, listen, what you want her to do? If she does something good, you call her kiss ass, But if she got rules on her plane, you don't want to be bothered with her. And so she was just like, this flying to Marbella is costing her $40,000 for this 20-minute ride. I mean, she offered. I mean, y'all could have took a bus, but she was gonna have to pay that $40,000 anyway. So I don't, because she wasn't gonna take the bus to Marbella, that 2 hour, you know, ride to Marbella. She wasn't gonna take it, so she was gonna pay $40,000 anyway. But it may not have been $40,000. It probably because of the weight. It's probably you need more gas because of the weight. But she had to pay $35,000. But she still had to pay it. Girl, gone. So anyway, they get on the plane, they turn up. Shit. they turn up. Party over here. Yeah, they turn up. Ooh, and they go back to And so they flashed back to Seville, and chicken neck pale ass Alexia and paler ass Marisol is looking bored, texting texting on the internet, because that's what it looked like. They were doing something on social media or whatever, but they look bored, honey, because they they had boring music playing and everything, so they look bored, But Alexia need to get this chicken neck fixed. She need to get this chicken neck fixed. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So meanwhile, back on the plane. So they're dancing and everything like that, and so they stop the music, and Stephanie grabs Gertie's hand, and I swear to God, I thought she was going to say something to Gertie, but she grabbed Gertie's hand and she started talking about Marisol and Alexia. I was just like, "But what you grabbing Gertie's hand for?" I don't know, but she grabbed Gertie's hand. But she talking about Alexia and Marisol, how they couldn't get on the plane because they have rules and she got rules and regulations about throwing the toilet paper in the garbage can and taking her shoes off and not wearing zippers because they tear up the whatever that is, the upholstery. I get it. Listen, you got to take your shoes off, when you go into people's houses. You know, people, people are funny about that. And I get it. I mean, it's your plane. You you see fit to it however you want to see fit to it. I get it. Remember back in the day when people had plastic on the furniture, you couldn't sit in the living room. As a kid, excuse me, as a kid, you couldn't sit in the living room. Yeah, I get it. I get it. you know, I get it. So, I mean, it's her plane. If you want, you can't shit on the plane. You probably because she wants you to throw the toilet paper in the trash can, and who want to see some shitty ass toilet paper in the trash can? I get that too. Okay, I get that too. I get it. Listen, Stephanie, we could be friends, boo. I can ride in your plane. I'll abide by all your rules. Okay. So, but Stephanie said they care more about making me look bad than Julia and her announcing her godfather as the godfathers of her kids. All right, so they pull up to this beautiful house, and it was a beautiful house, honey. Then everybody was like, "This looked like the White Lotus house or whatever." I don't know. I've never watched White Lotus, but it was a beautiful, beautiful house. And yeah, so Derek come. He a little touchy feely, if you ask me. Okay, and he was old. I need for Julia to pick some people that's gonna be around in 10 years. Okay. Okay. Because you picking people that's circling the drain. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. These kids is, 5 and 6 and 3 or whatever. They look like they under 6. Okay, both of them look like they under 6. I need for you to either settle it with your daughter so they can take custody of these kids, or pick somebody who gonna be around. Okay, because Derek look like he's circling the drain like Martina. Shit, y'all, they old. They ain't gonna be around. to take care of these kids. Oh my God. My God. Get somebody that can take care of these kids, or fix it with your daughter so they can take custody of the kid. Adriana don't need to be the godmama either, because she 10 years from circling the drain. Okay. Shit. These old folks. Can you get some young folks that could possibly take care of these kids, and get some black people? God damn. Get some damn black people in their life. These are black men that you raising. And they gonna get a rude awakening. They gonna get a rude awakening when the first person to call them a nigga. Excuse me. Call them a ninja, okay? They gonna get a rude awakening. Anyway, Lisa got an announcement she officially divorced. Yay! Hold on, let me give her propers. There you go. Let me give her propers, okay? They toast. Larsa don't want to toast. Larsa tells Julia she wishes Marisol and Alexia came, and so Julia was like, "Yeah, I don't hold it against them, but you hold shit against Gertie. You hold shit against Gertie, but you don't hold it against him." Okay, all right. So back in Seville, Marisol and Alexia, excuse me, don't appreciate the rules on the plane. I don't have no problem with them. And if you were a true friend, you wouldn't have a problem with them either. I think you just making this up for camera time, because wasn't Marisol when Larsa called Marisol from Julia's plane, not Julia, from Stephanie's plane when she was going to fly to pick up her dog? Wasn't she talking about how, it's good to have some person with a plane, and I wish I was there, and all that other stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now she don't want to get on a plane because of the rules. You are just following Alexia. That's all you doing. You just following Alexia. If Alexia didn't want to fly on the plane, so you didn't want to fly on the plane. Okay? That's all. That's all. You just following Alexia. And Alexia gonna get you fucked up. Keep playing. Anyway. They was like, Stephanie thinks like she doing us a favor. She is doing you a favor. She is doing you a favor. And then Marisol was like, well, it's her delivery. I'm going to school her because, on how to have a soft delivery. Didn't you say that you didn't want to write the text because you sometimes you come off rude? So are you rude or are you soft? I need to know, Marisol. Are you rude or are you soft? Because you did not want to write the text message because you come off rude. Now you want to teach Tatika how to be soft. Are you rude or are you soft? I just want to know. Well, anyway, Marisol's planning something for the girls. Apparently, she knows Richard, who is the owner of Virgin Planes and Virgin Voyages, the cruise line. And he wants to gift her with a 2-day cruise to, I don't even know where they're going to. 2-day cruise. on the Virgin Voyages. So she's going to invite all the girls when they get back to Miami. Okay. Yeah. And though she was just like, yeah, and you can do anything on his plane or on his boat, you know. Whatever. Whatever, Marisol. You big mad that you couldn't be on that plane. I do think you real big mad that you couldn't be on that plane. Anyway, back to Marabella. They sit down to eat, and so Lisa has a Lisa act like she ain't never been nowhere, okay? Because she was just like, oh, this is nice. These are nice wine glasses and all the other stuff. And she was just like, do anybody have some Grey Poupon? Grey Poupon? I was like, girl, girl, Grey Poupon, Grey Poupon. And so then Lisa, stands up and gives another toast. And so she was like, and Kiki was like, how many toasts you have? And I agree. But anyway, she's standing up and getting a toast talking about, I wish our friends, our other friends could be here. And so Stephanie was like, that's nice. And so then she was like, I'm going to pour out a drink for them. And Gertie was like, listen, they are not dead homies in LA. You don't be pouring out no drinks for them. Girl, she said, girl, sit down somewhere. Girl, sit down somewhere. These are not dead homies in LA. Okay, you ain't pouring out no 40 ounce on their grave. Okay, girl. So Larsa was like, somebody come get Lisa. Okay. So Julia asked elderly Derek to be the godparent. So I still need for them to get somebody who can take custody, who ain't circling the drain. Okay. Hopefully, the daughters can take custody of these kids, and hopefully they know some or are in a relationship with some big black dick, because Julia, it runs in the family, because Julia like big black dick. So hopefully they'll be in a relationship with some big black dick, or they know some big black dick that can mentor these kids on how to be a black man in society, okay? Because it run in the family, okay? It run in the family. Adriana still vying for the godmother, but don't she look like the cocaine godmama? Don't she look like the cocaine godmama? Not the original cocaine godmama with the round face. Okay, not that one. The Lifetime movie, the cocaine grandmama, the actress. I think I I want to say, I don't know. I don't know I forgot who the actress played, but she kind of resembles her. hmm So that's the only godmama you're gonna be, the cocaine godmama. Anyway, so Adriana talking to Lisa, talking about, I thought I was saying wretched, but I said ratchet, and so because she really thought she was saying wretched. Okay, that's fine. Next morning they put on a flamingo dress. Marisol and Julia are planning a surprise for Stephanie. They get dressed, and Lisa is late again. I like Alexia's pink dress. That's the only thing I like about Alexia, but I like the Alexia pink dress because, as you see, I am a pink girl. As you probably noticed, I am a pink girl, and I like the pink dress. So they had some horse-drawn carriages around this little La Plaza, and then a group of singers to Tatika. Happy birthday. And she's all excited about that. So they explore La Plaza, and then Steph talks to Alexia, and Alexia was like, well, maybe we should get Marysol. She was like, no, I want to talk to you separately. And she was like, what happened yesterday? But didn't she ask him before they left the hotel? But anyway, but she was like, I just wanted to be with Marysol. I just didn't want to go yesterday. And so Stephanie was like, well, what I felt. And so Alexia interrupts her and said, well, don't take it personal. Take it personally. And so Stephanie was like, well, let me finish. And so she was like, well, don't talk to me like that. I said, well, damn. Did she talk to you like that? I thought she just asked you to let me finish. Don't talk to me like that. Damn. I mean, shit. I mean, I was kind of confused too. Um, she just said, just let me finish. But don't talk to me like that. So she trying to get some shit started. Let's get it started. Let's get it. Yeah, she's trying to get some shit started. All right, so Alexia was like, you trying to set rules? That's the problem. You're condescending, and you don't want Marysol here. That's the problem. No, that's the problem, that she didn't want Marysol there so they can double team her. Okay, that's what it was. But she was like, you condescending that you don't want Marysol here. And so Stephanie was like, I'm allowed to talk to you by yourself. She was like, but you told everybody I was dangling my plane like a carrot in front of you. And she was just like, and if you broke the rules, I wasn't gonna leave you there. And she was like, but you said that. And so Stephanie was like, listen, you disguise yourself to be a friend, and then you backstab me. And Lexi was like, this is how you belittle women. Okay. So they get back to the girls, because the girls was like, what is going on? So they get back to them. And so then Stephanie was like, Alexia wanted me to leave you, Lisa, behind. Okay. Okay. Alexia wanted me to leave you behind, Lisa. Now, now, I do believe you lying on that. Why the fuck you lying? I do believe you lying about that, Stephanie. Okay. Alexia did not want you to leave Lisa behind. That was Larsa. But Alexia was like, Larsa asked for Lisa not to come. And so Larsa said, well, Stephanie asked me did I want to be with you on the plane. And so Lisa was like, well, you don't control this group, and you trying to get everyone against me. Well, we seen that in the red flags episode. Yeah, where everybody was putting red flags in you. So she already, already turned a lot of people against you anyway. Okay, I'm just saying, Lisa. I'm just saying. And so then Larsa was like, well, you take notes on your friend. And so Lisa was like, noted, Petty Pippin. And so Gertie and Kiki over there like, oh shit, this is ratchet. Okay. And then Lisa was like, you're lucky I am shutting my mouth. And then Larsa was like, open it. And Lisa was like, lumpy bumpy. Oh boy, it was ratchet. Kiki was like, now this is ratchet. And I agree with you, baby. This is ratchet, okay? Open it. Petty Pippin. Um, 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 you take notes on your friends. Girl, honey, that was ratchet, honey. That was real ratchet. But it was funny though. It was funny. But it was ratchet, okay? It was ratchet. So they go back to the hotel. Stephanie is saying that, all these disagreements reminding her of her sisters and how she disagrees with her sisters. Lisa, Julia, and Alexia are on the rooftop talking, and then all of a sudden a funeral procession. I don't know what's going on. They said they smelled something. I was like, what kind of smell did they have? Were they burning something? I don't know, child. But it was a funeral procession going down the street, and everybody was like, that's a sign, that's a sign. I don't know what the sign was, but they said that was a sign. And then Stephanie and Larsa in the hotel room praying, and Marysol's planning a cruise for everyone. So that was the end of the episode. So it is what it is. So give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.